Now that his little photo op is done, it's time to take his clothes off again and take him apart. And all of his belongings are going to go in a little box for safekeeping. And then his eyes are going to come out and go in the box for safekeeping. So is his body. And then his limbs are going to go for a little bath. And his head too. Pop goes the weasel. That was simple enough. I try to pop the limbs out if I can, just because taking something sharp close to the vinyl makes me nervous. But sometimes you can't pop them out. Yeah, these ones I made too tight to pop out. So I'm going to need... see if I can get them with my nail clippers. If I can't, I'll have to get my scissors. Okay, we are now in my bathroom. Sorry for the quality change. There's just no way I'm getting my lights in here. Anyways, so I'm going to give Mr. Almost knocked my entire tray over. That's great. We do not need doll parts on the bathroom floor. No. Going to give Mr. Clyde a little bath, so I'm going to turn on the hot water. Okay, so that's warm, not hot, not cold. The only reason for it being warmer than colder is because the soap is going to react better with hot water than it is with cold water. So I've got some Dawn dish soap here, and I actually said that right. Wow, I usually don't. Going to get it in the water, and then I'm just going to scrub around his head nice and good. Done with that, I go in with a toothbrush that I have never used for anything other than this, and I'm going to go over all of the parts that have creases and nooks and crannies and get in there nice and good. Now this is like, I find with artists, the topic of washing doll kits is split pretty much evenly. Some artists say, yes, absolutely wash your doll kits. some artists are like, I never have and nothing bad has happened. I choose to wash my doll kits just because I always have, and I've never experienced any problems. That's not to say that I would experience problems if I didn't, but, you know, I've always been doing it, never encountered any problems, so I figured I might as well keep doing it to, you know, prevent problems, potentially. I also have seen factory grease on doll kits before, which in that case, definitely wash the kit if you have seen grease. I haven't seen any grease on this kit. It doesn't feel greasy, but still gonna give him a nice bath anyways. Can you imagine how funny this would feel? Oh yeah, that does feel funny. Now it's been behind my ear, so I gotta wash the brush off. Curiosity killed the cat, people. Okay, that's good. Then I'm going to... That's not working. Some people say not to let the water get inside the kit. To me, it dries. As long as you're not standing the kit on its head and you let the water get out, nothing bad is going to happen to it. Make sure you get the soap out nice and good. And I'm not going to film the rest of the parts getting washed because it's pretty repetitive. Okay, so it's the next morning, and the kit is all dry from its little bath last night. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some rubbing alcohol, or isopropyl alcohol, if there's a difference, I don't know. Anyways, this is what I'm using, it's from Walmart. And this is another step that, you know, not everyone does. I actually think that very few people actually tend to do this, but the tutorial I followed for the first time I painted did this, and, you know, again, I haven't run into any problems doing it. Doesn't mean that I would run into problems if I didn't do it, but, you know, I choose to do it because I've never run into problems, and, you know, if you're doing something and what you're doing is working, you don't want to change it up too much, just in case you change something that is helping it work for you. So unlike with the water, you don't want to like oversaturate this too much. You just want to give it a nice quick swipe down, because you don't want it building up in the creases or anything. This is just going to take like any oil off the kit. Okay, now that the kit is all dried, the rubbing alcohol has evaporated off the kit, he has now joined the rest of the dolls on my lineup. And there's his limbs up there on the rack. He's all ready for his first layer of paint. Okay, so I'm going to give this little guy his first layer of paint. And the first layer of paint for me is almost always this flesh wash, which I know looks pretty dark, but this is what I use on my Caucasian babies. It's some Flesh 08 and a bunch of other stuff. I never put just straight Flesh 08 on a doll because it makes it chalky and it's just not realistic. I mean, this vinyl is very, very pale and white, which is an excellent starting base for a doll. But as you can see, I am like the palest of all pale, and even I'm a lot darker than this kit. So this is gonna, help him get some life into him and not look so ghostly. Anyway, so I'm gonna do that, and that is how I start my dolls. Eventually he'll be looking more like some of those guys over there. Anyways, that's all for now. Please go check out some other videos and keep living the frogling's life. Stay safe out there. Bye!